Good morning, P-Tank family. Javonda Crutch here, proud principal of Pasco-Tank County High School. I have my awesome APs with me, Miss Leah Lane, also known as Superwoman. I'm sorry, Wonder Woman. See, I'm jacking it up already this morning. Also, Mr. Castillo, he is not silent today. He will be able to talk, so we'll see how many words the rest of us get in. Good morning, Mr. Castillo.
Good morning.
All right, let's do it.
All right.
All right, so today is April 19th. Believe it or not, we have about 5.5 weeks left for school. That is it. And so it's really important that we take care of ourselves, staff, faculty, students, parents, because this time starts to be even more stressful than it already is. Also, it's important for us to work together and communicate and listen to each other and basically just take care of each other so that we will end well. 5.5 weeks, that's it. Speaking of taking care of ourselves, our social emotional learning this month is relationship skills. And so our quote of the week is as follows: the best thing to spend on your relationship is time, conversation, understanding, and honesty. And I thought twice about this quote because it could seem like you're talking about like personal relationships, romantic relationships, but really they're talking about all relationships. So again, the best thing to spend on your relationship is time, conversation, understanding, and honesty. Miss Lane or Mr. Castillo, y'all have something to say about that?
I'll say that. I mean, I think the other quote about spending less time talking and more time listening, I think, goes right along with this. As you get to know, as we get to know students, as we get to know new staff members, I think it's so important for those relationship skills. Is really giving time to hear, to listen.
Absolutely.
Yep, and I would go ahead and concur with that, but also that just having open, honest, transparent conversations is also really important to good relationships. Where you can talk about what's on your mind without fear of someone being upset or maybe twisting things up. I think that as long as if you don't say anything, then sometimes that means that you're saying something is okay, and just having taking the time to really talk instead of just letting things ride is really good for relationships.
Absolutely. And so again, we're talking about all types of relationships. So this is student to teacher, principal to staff, brother, sister, all of those. So great advice. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Testing, we talk about it every single week. What's going on with testing, Ms. Lane?
Okay, well, let's see what's going on with testing. So on Wednesday, we will be having our first session of work keys with select seniors. You have to be a completer or a concentrator completer. That means that you've taken courses in a pathway and have completed them, and now you are eligible to be to take this work keys assessment. The work keys assessment is really one of the coolest tests, if there is ever such a thing as a cool test, that we give, because at the end, if you have completed it and done fairly well, you can receive a bronze, gold, silver, or platinum certificate, and you can use that certificate as part of your job or resume, job application, or a college application. You can say that you are a work keys certificate holder in platinum or whichever one that you've done. So, and when all things are equal and you're out there looking for a job, if you've got that certificate, then you are one up on other folks that may not have that same certificate. So it's actually one of the few things besides getting into college that you can take a test for and get something tangible for today. Let's see, we will have second work keys sessions They'll be by appointment, and so be on the lookout for more information for that. I haven't selected a date for them just yet. Mr. Castillo, did you want to talk about the pre-ACT? You want me to talk about it?
No, you can talk about it.
Oh, okay. I love talking about tests. So the next test that's up there is on April 28th. That's our pre-ACT, and that's for all of our sophomores. So if you are a sophomore, and especially if you're planning on going to college, one of the tests that you have to take later on when you're a junior is the ACT. And so when you're a sophomore, we give each of our sophomores the opportunity to take a practice ACT test. It shows when you get your scores back, it kind of shows where you are. And then it also helps you understand where you need to work on, what skills and activities and things like that you need to work on to kind of amp up or boost up your actual ACT score, which you use when you apply for colleges your junior or your senior year. So it's really an important test to take as a practice test. The last item on there are spring semester exams, and those are for all of our EOCs, end of course tests, and our CTE, career and technical education courses that require a post-assessment. That's not all of them, so it's not everybody, but hundreds of tests will be given during those few days. And so you'll be getting with your teachers. They'll let you know if you're taking an EOC, and if you're in Math 1, Math 3, Biology, and English 2, you're definitely taking an EOC. And if you're in Business Management, Animal Science 2, Small Animal, Foods 1, Foods 2, and Principles of Business, then you'll be taking a CTE post-assessment. So you'll be coming into the building. We'll have secure Chromebooks. Well, you'll bring in your Chromebook. It has to be a school-issued device that you use, and we'll give you those during exam week. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't have exams, because they do. Every other course has a teacher-made exam that you'll be taking during May 21st through May 27th, unless you are exempt. And those students who are exempt are those who have an A and 3 or less absences, or a B and 2 or less absences. So that was a lot of information, but there's your testing update for April 19th.
Thank you, Ms. Lane.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, parents, just a reminder, we have 3 different things going on that will help you keep an eye on what your student is doing in school. So we have Parent Square and Student Square. That's where we get information to and from one another. Also, you can sign up for Parent Portal, and that's where you'll have access to up-to-date grades. And you can also observe your student in Canvas, and you can see what assignments the teacher assigns and if your students have completed them or not. All right. Let's talk about positive Panther support. Mr. Castillo?
Sure. We have our positive Panther support, and this is really, we have this available for students in so many available different times, and I believe even on the weekends. I'm not quite sure, but I know we had at least get when we first got started. But it's one of those things where, if you want to hang out, play games, or just talk, we have something available for you. If you need tutoring, you need assistance with the class, we have folks available. So all you got to do is click on this icon on your Launchpad, and you'll see everything that we do offer. We have things right before school starts. I'm trying to remember some as late as, is it 8 or 9 o'clock at night for those who like to work later on. It's really, people are giving of their time to help you, to meet you where you're at. Because we know some of you are busy throughout the day. Some of you that maybe have a part-time job and things like that need a little bit of time. But when you get home, everything's shut down. There might still be someone available to help you.
And so one of the things that I'm going to ask teachers to do from this point on is when they log in to start their session, they're going to send an email to the student body and to let you know, hey, I'm online, I'm helping with this particular subject, join me if you need help. So that idea came from Miss Bowen, and I think it's a great idea. She's had great success with it. And so we're going to try it with all the other groups. All right. And so it is right on your launch pad. Looks like Mr. Castillo took that picture right from launch pad. And so the launch pad is where just about everything that you need to get to is right there.
Mm-hmm. All right.
All right. Our 3 school improvement goals are: we work together to analyze data, reflect, collaborate, and to use high yield strategies for student success. We also ensure that students are safe and that they're connected and engaged to their community and their peers. And last but not least, we use effective small groups and clubs to meet the needs of students.
All right.
This month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It's also Autism Awareness Month. Mr. Castillo,
Yes.
I don't know if we'll have time, but I would like to take a look at the video this week. Is really about consent. And I know that that's a sensitive topic for high school, because we have high schoolers that, of course, are from 9th through 12th grade. But Sexual Assault Awareness Month, the sexual assault is really important. And so it's important for our students to know information so that they are better informed. And so if you would, I would like to show that video. I don't know if it'll work for you or not. I think it's important for parents to understand as well as students, even though, again, just to let you know, a warning, this is talking about consent for sexual activities, what's consent and what is not.
All right, let me see if I can. So, all right, I just got to see what we can see. Okay, you can't see, so give me 1 second.
Okay.
Dun, dun. Okay, let me just do this for stop sharing here. Just got to quickly switch the screen.
No problem. I will say, I don't think I put it in the slide, but on Thursday, progress reports go out. And so we have progress reports or interim reports. Again, that lets us know we're about halfway through that 9 weeks. And that's why I say we only have 5.5 weeks left. So be on the lookout for progress reports from all classes on Thursday.
All right, here it goes.
Hey everyone, in honor of our topic this month, sexual assault awareness, this video will be all about consent.
Consent is defined as approval for something to happen or an agreement to do something. In this video, we'll be specifically talking about sexual consent, and it's important to note that any sexual activity someone has not consented to is sexual assault or rape.
Regarding consent, when someone says yes, that means yes, and when someone says no, that means no.
However, it isn't always just that simple. Any words such as not now, I don't know, I'm not ready, maybe, all mean no, because if it isn't a clear yes, then it's a no. Consent is never, ever implied. Silence is not consent, and intoxicated person's yes is not equivalent to a sober person's yes.
A lot of people, after sharing their sexual assault story, get asked, what were you wearing? Clothing does not play a factor in sexual assault. The only factor in sexual assault is the perpetrator.
In 2019, Texas A&M University held an exhibit that shared clothing of people who were assaulted or raped. The clothes shown vary from sweatpants and a t-shirt to a cheer uniform. This isn't the only place to show an exhibit about this topic. dovecenter.org has an online gallery where you can read stories and view survivors' clothes. I even saw children's clothes up there.
Everyone is in charge of their own body, and ultimately, it's your decision. By asking someone for consent, you are putting their health before your sexual needs. Thank you for listening.
Well, they did a great job.
They sure did.
Always do. And again, they're tackling relevant situations, and they're coming from perspective of a young person. Like, we could have made that video and it might not have had the same effect as they do. So they do a wonderful job. So thank you so much, Project Awareness. We really appreciate everything that you're doing, and it does matter. So teachers that have seen that, please share that with your students and make sure you talk through them, because if we can't talk through hard, difficult situations, then we can't reach kids, because they live and they go through hard, difficult situations.
Very true.
All right, the Panther has sounded. We want to recognize Dr. Hill this morning. She is committed to excellence in arts. She actually was a college professor in art She's very thorough in her lesson plans, and she does an excellent job of scaffolding learning for her students. She's very thoughtful and caring, never wants recognition for it. And so, Dr. Hill, I appreciate everything that you do. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, I did an observation in Dr. Hill's class not that long ago, and everybody was there; they were working. But then she, when we were talking later, she showed me her her Canvas page. I was blown away by how thorough and how easy it is for kids to be successful in her class. Not because they don't have to do the work, but because she's got it set up so that if you miss something, there's a process for it. If you want to be enriched and have extra things to do, there's a way to do it. She talks about, how everything connects to how people are feeling. And she connects everything to, technology and being ready for the 21st century. And it's just really well done. Just really well done. Top notch.
Good deal.
And I'll say one thing I really appreciate with her is her level of professionalism. I mean, even, myself, I have to feel like I have to stand even a little bit more straight and just really be more serious around her, because I love how she takes what she does with passion and respect and really transmits that through her kids. So I appreciate that from her.
All right. Again, Dr. Hill, thank you for all that you do for our school.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this actually was recognition from the district, and it was Miss Catherine Lee is one of our TAs, and she does an excellent job. But so we want to talk about Miss Lee, but I want to thank Miss Wilson for nominating her. And so remember, staff members, that link is in the Panther Pride every week. Anybody that you want to recognize for being virtually unstoppable, please do that. So Miss Lee works in our EC department as a job coach. She worked very closely with the students, and she basically does anything that she needs to try to make sure that the students are successful. Just like the picture, she always has a smile on her face, and actually she's always laughing. And so we greatly appreciate, Miss Lee, everything that you do. Thank you so much for working so hard for our students.
I agree. I mean, she's like that other mom that you have here at school. She can be tough with the kids, but the love is always behind it. And I think kids really appreciate that from her. All right.
We can't hear you, Miss Lang.
I'm sorry. Yeah, my phone was ringing, so I muted. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So, I was going to say that Miss Lee is also, even though she laughs and is smiling all the time, she's also very serious when it comes to the kids and takes her job very seriously. Like she's organized, has everything ready to go in advance. And she's also working on her own degree. So she's learning how to be, better at what she does, but also bettering herself at the same time. And I think that's really commendable. It's hard to work full time and to go to school full time. So
absolutely. Again, congratulations, Miss Lee, and we appreciate everything that you do for P-Tank.
Mm-hmm.
All right, seniors. So we have, I don't know, maybe 30 or so seniors that have picked out their yard sign. I do know there's a list of seniors who want their sign delivered, and we'll try to work on that hopefully this Wednesday. But seniors, if you don't have your yard sign just yet, you have to fill out this form. This is the post-secondary form. It basically asks you if you're going into the military, if you're planning on going to a college, 4-year, 2-year, have you been accepted to any colleges yet, and if you have received any scholarship information. Just from completing this survey, honestly, you will get a free senior yard sign. So do that and then come in and get it.
They're really fashionable.
I see we have some super seniors here. These folks look like they've been out of school for a while, but that's what happens. We take your picture. Thank you, Mr. Castillo, and then we we want you to send us your picture when you get it home and you set it up. So make sure you do that. And
Mhm.
your models look beautiful.
They are. They're great. I mean,
Yes.
get here. Oh, hang on. Did I miss anything?
No, I did not have any new ones. I checked last night, and so we'll update again for next week. And so I need to update because I gave a total last week, and I was telling you that I thought maybe Shauna had an extra zero in there, and she kind of did, but either way, this is updated. So instead of getting a $6,000 per year university scholarship, she actually got 15,000 per year, which equals the $60,000. So I had to go back and add 9,000 four times, which gave us 36,000 to our amount that we'll see in just a few minutes. So seniors, get that post-secondary information so that we can reach our goal of 1.5 million. Seniors, if you need help with scholarships or applying to college, Miss Elizabeth Huff is here to help. That is her email. Make sure you check it out. Parents, same for you. All right, and there's our new total, $1.1 million. We have about $400,000 to go to reach our goal of $1.5 million, and we can do it. We're going to bust that goal wide open. It's going to be much higher than 1.5 million. So congratulations to seniors. Let me remind everybody why this is so important. This is important because what it does, it offers opportunities, okay? When our seniors have multiple opportunities, that means they're more susceptible to be able to be successful. So going to a 4-year college, a 2-year college, a junior college, trade school, any of those things gives us more opportunities. And that's what, graduating from high school is all about.
And that actually amounts to we're right at about 74% of our goal.
Wonderful.
So that is awesome.
Good deal.
All right, Mr. Lee. So let's see. Mr. Lee gets us our
faces back up there today.
Yeah, they should be. I don't. Oh, there it is. There you are. You're in first place, Miss Lane. I'm just glad not to be in the back this week. Who wants to read the question?
Oh, I can. What is Mr. Young's favorite number? It is a 2-digit number between 10 and 50.
All right. Who you want to go first, Castillo?
I'll go first. If that's
Okay.
how you can put it.
Okay.
Man, most people's numbers tend to be low numbers. To go up to 50 could be a little confusing.
Yeah. It must mean something to them. I'm trying to figure out what that is.
I'm trying to think. All right, I'm just gonna go with 11.
Okay. Miss Lane, you want me to go or you want to go?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say 36.
Okay, my gut went with 21 just because that's a multiple of 7, so I'm gonna say 21.
All right. So 11, 36, and 21.
Mm-hmm. As close as without going over. And if we all went over, then backwards.
Right. 14.
I wonder why that 14. That's good news for me.
Yes, it is. All right. So Mr. Castillo gets first place and Miss Lane second place, and then I get third place this week. So here we go. Thank you, Mr. Lee, for the questions. Thank you, everybody, for participating. Really appreciate it. Again, I think that's it. Can't wait to see students in the building today. All right, remember we are virtually unstoppable, even though we're in Plan A and we have kids coming in full time. All right, guys, have a great day and a wonderful week.